Hello and welcome to this week's Open Saturday game. I'm your lead umpire, Umpire James, and excited to have you all. Some of you have been pre-assigned, some of you have not. Today we're fighting some guerrilla warfare, or in Spanish it'd be guerilla. But I seem to have made a mistake. I started planning guerrilla warfare and it turned into gorilla warfare. April Fools. So, France, you guys are humans from San Francisco trying to take out some apes and gorillas in the northern woods. I am going to share a new document with you in your info channel. And obviously, you weren't able to plan for this at all, so I'm going to give both sides about 15 minutes to plan. There's 3 CICs on the human side, so you'll need to decide who those CICs are, and then everyone else can fit within those groups. And so I need to finish assigning everyone out. So let me see.
James, is there a module?
No, there's not. There are maps though in the
Okay.
link I just shared.
I see it. Thank you.
For some reason, I'm not seeing team colors. That's annoying. All right, so AI, you're already team 2. Cat, I'm gonna make you team 1. Cesar, you're team 1 already. Demon Monkey, I think you gotta be team 1 based on your name. Jahost, I'll make you team 2. XDX, you're already team 2. KB, I'll make you team 2. Koba's assigned. Marshall's assigned. Igniters, team 2. Unicorn, you'll be team 1. Wojtek, team 2. And Aziris, okay. So everyone's assigned a team now. The apes have had a little bit more time to plan, and they got to finish doing that, especially with their new player assignments. The humans, you've got about 15 to 20 minutes to pick your roles and pick your plan. You can go ahead and hop down to your Voice 1 channel and do that. And I'll be down there to answer any questions that I'm sure you'll have. And then Ape team, Simian team, you guys can join your voice channel.
Well, he's there.
Speaking of,
James, there is a need for more colors.
Oh, yep, let me add hands. Hold on. More colors. Let's see.
So how did the player reacted when they learned that it was?
The reaction was not what I was looking for, but that's all right. I was hoping a visible gasp and shock, but it didn't come.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was all. Everyone was muted, so.
Ah.
It was probably.
Oh.
All right, there should be enough colors for everyone now. And you're all promoted. So while they're planning, let me do a rundown of how things work again, and then I need to finalize the player assignments, and then we'll assign everyone to the player. So we'll each have about 3 people, which is a good thing. So you're all promoted. You can touch things. So the unit pieces right now are at the bottom. If you hold down tab, it measures the grid for you. It gives you a distance unit. And it should be set to grid, so a piece is a little bit less than a grid long. You can see the grids on the green felt on the bottom. So a unit has some stats hidden on the back of it, so if you hit F to flip it over, you can see, and if you hover over the numbers, you can see what those units are. So Guerillas, for example, that I have here, they have a speed of 2, an attack of 4, and a defense of 10. Now I'm going to be doing most of the combat, so the attack and defense you don't really have to worry about, just the speed. So if the Guerillas are on the map and their commander orders them forward, they basically just move 2. So you can, there's 2 ways to do that. You can hold down tab and measure 2 and just move them up, 2. Or even as you grab them and then hold down tab, it'll measure as you move, which is pretty handy. And so you can move them 2 grids. And it's as simple as that. Basically, they can move up to their max movement. For the humans, they're all going to be coming in on their vehicles. So the vehicles are fast, but they have to stick to the roads. So if they ever want to get out of their vehicle, then like the rifle squad, for example, I'll just show it. So let's say the rifle squad's coming down this road. I'd probably show it this way. So the Humvee can move, I think it's 6. Yeah, 6. So in a turn, they can go something like that far. Now, if they say they want to stop here and get out, then I take them out of the Humvee, and then if they're going across the woods, they'll be going like something like that. The Humvee has to stay on the road. The Humvees and the Striker APCs have mounted weapons, so that's why they have an attack value. The trucks have an attack value, but they don't really. I just couldn't bring it down to 0. So that's kind of how it works for movement. And then once once we've done the movements and we've resolved combat, then we do screenshots and post them in the channels. So everyone needs to have some kind of snipping tool that can do a freeform screenshot. And the screenshot, because it's all wooded, it should be fairly limited to like 3 or 4 grids. So I put an example in the Umpire channel of what a unit might see, or a commander might see. So not too far. He's like looking across the valley there. Any questions?
I saw these breastwork things. Are they coming to play?
Yes, they are. So the apes have pre-built, I guess they went all on roadblocks. So basically they're like trees that are across the road, giant trees. So when the humans come across them, they'll be stopped, and it'll take a turn or 2 for them to clear the breastworks. Yeah, so that's important. And then the ape home is located. I need some kind of identifier. We'll do a red pawn. So their home is here along in this kind of little Silva Creek Valley. So if the humans ever get there, that would be bad. I'll lock it down so we don't accidentally move it. And what other questions do you have?
Are all the roads the same? Like this?
So
I guess there's only roads and there's trails.
Yeah, so the red and white roads are nice paved ones, so a vehicle would go at its speed down it. If they go onto the dirt roads or the fire roads, I'd probably do them at like half speed. Because it's like a narrow, dirt, uneven road. They wouldn't be able to go 60 miles an hour down.
Are we also going to apply movement penalties for moving completely off-road? Or are we just going to assume half speed for that too?
For the vehicles, they can't go off-road. For the people, the humans, the apes have an advantage going through the woods, so they wouldn't have any movement penalties. The humans would have maybe half.
Okay.
They won't be able to like chase down or catch up to any fleeing apes in the woods.
So if they have a speed of 2, off-road they have a speed of 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we might fudge that just to make the game happen. Like if they get off their vehicles early on and start trudging through the woods and they're 5 miles from making contact, like we're gonna speed things up. But yeah, we'll see as it happens.
What time increments are we going to do turns in?
20 minutes. So we'll start at 8
Okay.
a.m. and go from there.
Cool. How big should the vision be? Just as a general
Like
rule of
about
thumb.
3 grids, generally.
3 grids. Okay. All right.
I just missed the part about breastworks there. If a human encounters it, they stop dead in their tracks and they have to spend time removing it, is it?
Yeah, the vehicles, they take a turn or two to get rid of it, so the vehicles won't be able to pass them. It's like, imagine like a giant redwood tree cover, maybe not quite that big, but a giant tree across the road.
Okay.
Wait. How long, if they do remove the breastworks, how long does that take again in terms of turns? So, 2
Probably,
turns?
it depends, probably on average 2 turns, so 40 minutes. It kind of depend on where things are in the game. I'm leaving myself a lot of leeway just to make sure we don't get delayed a ton and don't even get to big main combat.
Are there like delays in orders or runners or something, or can we
So
just?
the humans will all have radios. So basically, let them talk in their planning channel as much as they want. The apes have to send runners. So if you're an umpire for someone that sends a dispatch, the easiest thing that I usually do is it just arrives the next turn. So if they write it one turn, when you resolve it for them, you copy their dispatch and deliver it to whoever they're sending it to. If they're like on the complete other side of the map from who they're sending it to, it should be delayed even more than a turn. But sometimes it's hard to track and remember. But
And dismounting and mounting in the vehicles, does it take time, or is there like other thing
No.
we should consider there?
No, that's pretty
Instant.
quick.
Okay. And you said the trucks and the patrol cars, do they have a attack?
They don't. I mean,
They don't. Okay.
yeah, it's like a civilian truck and a police car. So
Got it.
the people inside do, but those don't have any mounted weapons.
Okay. Can we assume that like the drivers of the truck are different than the transport?
Yeah, you can assume that.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'm trying to. So he's got Maurice here. He's got. Let's see. Who has the armed apes? Oh, one armed. Maurice has the other armed. Koba is mounted. He's here. And Luca is here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna hop down to the player channels to. Oops. I accidentally clicked something.
One quick thing. I see that there's an element of concealment with the apes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. So the apes
Yeah.
basically can't be seen unless they want to be or they're attacking. So even if like sort of these scouts here, for example, beside the road, The humans, they'll see that breastworks, but they won't see those scouts, so make sure not to include them in the screenshot.
Okay.
So they'll have that element of surprise.
And these defensive, I see on the dock there's like 5 defensive points. Is it all just the same thing, pretty much?
Yeah, they had options to do like do palisades, stockades, but they basically went with 5 roadblocks, so it's pretty straightforward. So there's no
Okay.
there's no defensive advantage to those breastworks. It's just a tree across the road.
Okay.
Basically blocking vehicle movement, which is probably a good use of it. So I'm gonna sort out the players, and then I'll come back and sort out umpires, and then we'll resolve things. So
Alright.
I'll be back.
Directly towards the center.
All right. So
Yep.
hi team, welcome. Apes together strong. So we have Caesar, and Koba. Who's going to be Maurice?
We've allocated the roles now. If you check out on our channel in the pre-briefing bit just above these various maps, you'll see that I've allocated them all.
Okay.
So Maurice is Unicorn. We've created a new character called Urko, who's Demon Monkey.
Nice.
And Luca is going to be played by Cat.
Okay, perfect. And have you assigned Urko a subcommand?
He's basically going to be played. I mean, he's going to be with me on the map. Basically, yeah, and I've assigned him 2 units of spears and 1 unit of archers.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll be listening in and assigning your channels. If you have any questions, let me know.
Cool. So if anyone got any additional questions in terms of what the plan is and what to do, just to clarify again on the Koba thing, yes, it basically he should be avoiding confrontation until he kind of has to in the south. Like I said, the plan is to kind of divide and conquer if possible, otherwise to consolidate our forces and wrap around them and then launch a simultaneous attack where possible.
And do we know where we expect the enemy to come from? They come from the southeast.
We know they're coming from either on the map. You'll see there's a series of arrows on the bottom and to the right of the map. So we know they're coming from either one of those 4 directions. And I've drawn purple lines as to approximately where they might go. So yeah, we kind of have an idea of it, but we aren't sure either if they're going to come as a big cohesive block or as multiple separate blocks. My assumption would be they'll come as one block, because if they don't come as one block, they'll be losing the sort of advantage of having that punching power that they'll have. Because my suspicion, I mean, I don't know if James can clarify a bit perhaps, but my suspicion is they are going to be heavily outnumbered.
You don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it would make sense they're outnumbered because they have a massive advantage in technology. So yeah, we'll see. But that would be my baseline assumption.
One thing I will note is it says in the briefing that they're going to come from that direction if they're coming from the city. So I think that's certainly most likely, but we should also be on the lookout for,
Okay.
any potential comms coming from another one.
Yeah, that's something I'd missed. Yeah, we can perhaps a good idea then would be to. I mean, we've kind of located scouts fairly well, but we'll just sort of keep it play by ear and just people can just.
Hello, James.
Hello. All right, have you guys
We're making very, very tentative plans with the limited info we have.
Sure. Have you sorted out who's who yet?
I asked if I could be Smiley, but nobody else has really put forward any requests. Marshall said he might want to be the police if they're, kind of like the scouts.
They can be. It's up to you guys. All right, who would like to be the vigilante leader? Coleman. If no one cares, I'm going to start a
I'll do it.
Okay. Alright, and then for the rest of you, you won't be the leaders, but who wants to be with the police, the military, or the vigilantes?
Military.
Okay, so AI is military. And I only had 3 main names, so you can pick whatever name you want for yourself or keep your own. KB and Dog Pilot?
Vigilante, maybe?
Okay.
I'm fine with whatever KB takes. I don't have the time to play this entire game. I just want to sit with KB.
Okay, well then I'll put you together. I'm pretty sure you're still the same person, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I got my voice changer turned on now. Jump over. It's so people won't see Trespant on Creek.
So only Woj Tex left, so I'll make him police then. Okay, you got about 10 more minutes to finalize your plans. You basically got 4 routes or 4 roads you can take initially, so you can all go up the same road or take different roads. Everyone's got vehicles to take, so you'll be moving pretty quickly. Of course, just so you know, your cars won't be able to go off-road at all, so you've got the main roads and then some fire roads to take, but if you go off-trail at all, it'll be on foot through the woods, which will obviously be a lot slower.
Can we get like a list of our actual like order of battle to see what we have before we like start splitting people up?
Yeah, it's on the document. I thought
Well, we have like the kinds of units we have, but not like the amount.
Well, my bad. Let me do that right now. I was doing this late last night, so I probably intended to and forgot. All right. In your info channel, I've got your order battle. So the military has 3 Humvees, 3 rifle squads, 1 striker APC, and 1 mortar squad. The vigilantes, they got 5 groups and 5 trucks. They're just an assortment of dudes with guns. The police have 5 patrol cars and 5 officers. So you can.
I assume that the rifle squads will start out in the Humvees and they can dismount. Can the Humvees still move around and fight with the rifle squad dismounted, or does the rifle squad like count as the crew for the Humvee?
They need to be in the Well, no, I take that back. They could fight dismounted. So the Humvees and the Striker. The Humvee has a machine gun mounted. The Striker APC has a grenade launcher. All the other trucks and police cars don't have mounted guns. And the Striker APC is armored. Yeah.
Wait, so the 4 vehicles can fight once the people inside get out?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was my biggest worry when I was thinking about, like, we would probably have to dismount to go through the woods, is that, like, we would leave them behind, go investigate something, and come back to, like, a bunch of trucks on fire.
Yeah, we'll say at least a driver and a gunner will remain behind.
And we're starting from the southeast, right around the Brank Valley Horse Camp? Or somewhere around there?
Well, so there's 4 roads. If you look at this screenshot I shared in the doc, so you can take the road that goes by Slide Ranch, the road that goes by the Frank Valley Horse Camp. There's also 2 roads that come out on the east side of the map that go right by the visitor center. So any of those 4.
I think those 2 on the east make more sense.
Yeah, I don't want to split up too much, especially just like, I mean, I would like to have at least some eyes down in the south there, just so we know what's down there, but I don't want to split up too much to go investigate.
I think if we just send in all the police cars first to drive up the road, check things out, maybe set up like a ad hoc headquarters somewhere where they can detach scouting parties would be good. Locate the enemy and concentrate on the peacemakers.
Are there any like fire roads? I think you call them between the highway going by Slide Ranch and the one going by Frank Valley Horse Camp?
I mean, there sort of is. There's a right.
I mean, like there's a trail, but
I mean, right at the very southern edge of the map, there's maybe just a few feet between the roads.
Yeah, so I guess that Coastal View Trail is fully black like a fire road, so I think you could take that and then the Deer Park Fire Road if you wanted.
And what about the one that's passing by the Muir Woods Visitor Center and the Panoramic Highway?
If it's dotted or dashed, that's a trail.
Okay, so I guess not.
Yeah, you can't get to the Deer Park Fire Road from there unless you go further south.
Yeah. And so if we have people who start on the one on the Panoramic Highway, they're gonna have to go all the way north, wrap around west, and then come back down the Coastal View Trail to help anyone at the south. So
the vehicles will, at least.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we all should come in maybe on the Panoramic Highway, and then we can come back around south along the Coastal View Trail or something like that, looking for these damn dirty apes. Do you guys agree?
You said which
Yep.
come back along which trail?
So we'll drive up Panoramic Highway.
Mhm.
We can send out some scouts. We can set up our kind of HQ, our base camp or whatever around the mountain home, and then we'll scout north and westwards along the highway. And then we can send scouts along the Coastal View Trail once they reach the Panpole. Or maybe even we can set up at the Panpole, right? That can be our HQ instead, and then we can spread out radially from there with scouts. And
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, James. I think we're all going to be starting on coming up the Panoramic Highway.
Panoramic Highway.
Police first, then vigilantes, then military in the back.
Everyone on the Panoramic Highway. Okay. You guys will have access to radios the whole time. So if you do split up, you can talk in the planning channel basically without restrictions.
Okay.
I'm just finishing assigning channels. I think everyone's can see a channel now, text channel.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go assign the umpires and we'll get started. All right, everyone's assigned. So, anyone have any preferences for apes or humans for who they have?
I'll do apes if that's fine.
Okay, so Devastator, let me give you. Oh, let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. Let me start assigning 2 and then. Oh, no, okay. So I'm going to give you Urko, Caesar, and Luca. So these 3
All right.
are you. Then let me give Mitch, I'll give you these 2. So you have Maurice and Koba. Oops.
Okay.
Mitch, MI for Mitch. Yes, that'll work. And then Nemo. Actually, I'll do the police since they're in the front. So, James. The vigilantes. I got all sorts of umpires. This is good. So, Nemo, I'll give you the vigilantes. And then Joseph has military, and I think I missed one of us. Who hasn't been assigned?
That would be me.
Okay. I have trouble when I'm on streamer mode. Maybe I can disable that. Oh yeah, that's probably better. Okay. So actually, we got tons of umpires. Let me give you. What's easiest? Let me give you Luca then.
Alright.
So
I'll do Luca.
So Devastator, you got 2, but they're mostly together. Uko and Caesar. And then
Okay.
You got them. So what we're gonna do. So they're all going together. So we're just gonna start them. Basically when they reach the roadblock. So we're just gonna make our life easy.
But they decided for full north.
Yeah, they were smart. I was hoping they'd separate, but they decided to stick to the same road. So we're gonna start with them running into the roadblock and the apes getting the message about it, just to start off. So everyone needs a starting screenshot. So as soon as you got your people down, go ahead and erase your thing so it's not on the screenshot, and then go ahead and take it. We're starting at 8 o'clock, and I had
Erase what? Sorry.
The writing I'd given of who has what.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So in the channel, so when you do a screenshot, make sure the north is always up. Post the time.
And just so we're clear, do we tell all the apes that the humans have been seen in the north?
So tell Caesar, because I'm not sure who those scouts report to, but who Devastator, since you have Caesar, inform him.
Yep.
The rest basically just get a screenshot, but no news of anything.
Where's Luca? There's Luca. 0800.
Should I put the rifle squad in the Humvee kind of?
You can do that if you want.
All right.
Let's separate them.
Yep.
The mortar squad? Do I care about the mortar squad? Do I need to know anything about it specifically?
No.
No. Okay.
So you can see how I did it for the police if you want an example. Yeah, and then once you go down to get their updates, just drop them in their new voice channels. Any last questions before we get going?
None from me.
All right. Have fun. Good luck. I'm going to go get the police. Oh, did we lose Wojtek? Oh my gosh. Alright, you there, Marshall, or did I make you run up the stairs again?
Well, literally, yes. I'm here.
Sorry. Well, your police buddy left.
Oh boy. Okay.
So you're on your own for the police. You do have a screenshot. So you got up early in the morning, ready to make some apes pay for what they've done, and made fairly good distance down the panoramic highway already. So you're somewhat deep into the woods. But as you come up to a valley, crossing a small stream, you are forced to stop because you've noticed a large tree is blocking the road just across the bridge.
Classic.
So,
Well, I think we radio it in and.
Okay. But you can do that in your planning channel. Let everyone know. What would you like to do? Right now, you're just sitting in the lead police car, looking at a tree.
I think we back the hell up because this is classic ambush stuff.
All right, so back up as much as you can. Now the vigilantes aren't too far behind you, so you'll have to get everyone else to back up as well. But you start backing up. You got a little bit of room to do so.
All right, we do need to clear the roadblocks, so we're going to have some officers do that on foot.
All right, so have some get out of their cars and start moving to clear it.
Yep, and watch for ambush. You know, maybe send a few officers up the hillside or actually down it. So wherever they're at, actually looks like up. So it's all we can do is watch and clear this roadblock. Man, this is gonna hurt.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Have they moved or?
He just stayed put.
All right, everyone should be giving updates and getting orders. Is there any confusion?
That's good.
Yeah, just
already
one
done.
quick. I guess there was a player missing on the military, so I added him. AI 4566. Is that correct?
He's in there.
He's in voice 1.
Yeah, no, but he wasn't on the block. So now I'm.
Oh, my bad.
No, okay. I'm just making sure.
He's there.
Yeah. Go ahead and add him. They should be in a separate voice channel now. All right, so you guys should all be in separate voice channels. The military can hang out together. Okay, they are. So, and then you three are vigilantes, so you're fine here. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So you guys already gave your updates? Atewe and Nemo?
I've already done updates and order just input.
Okay, good.
Unless we're talking about 820.
No, we're not. Sorry, I was just. I did 8.
Oh, sorry, wait, I'm lost. Do I go into voice 1?
So you have, no worries. You have the vigilantes. So you go, yep, into voice 1 is where the vigilantes are. So they can stay together for now. So you should give them their screenshots.
Okay.
If you want, I can do it, and I'll show you how. So, like on Jahost's vigilante channel, I put 0800, and then I'm going to do this screenshot. And then I'll basically use the same one for KB. Oh, I see you did. Okay, good. Yeah, what you did was perfect. You just got to put a time with it. And then you go down and give them an update.
Okay, understood.
For the dispatches, how are we doing them?
So if the person you're responsible for writes a dispatch, just deliver it the following turn.
Even if there is like 12 grids between both?
Yeah, 12 grids isn't bad. If they're on like the far other side of the map, then we'll delay it some, but...
Yeah, it's Caesar to Maurice.
Where's Morris at?
Here.
I'd still deliver it next turn.
And Koba, which is here.
There are no delays for the humans, right? They have radios?
Yeah, they're just talking on their planner channel.
Cool. Right.
If you want to track it, you can make Koba longer because he's further away. Okay. Alright. Are all the movements done?
Yep.
Okay, so these scouts reported back. The police basically backed the cars up, and now they're working to dismantle those the fallen trees. So we'll give them a round or 2 for that. That's about it. And then
I'll just tell that they are starting to dismantle the barricade.
Yeah,
to Caesar.
Chainsaws and winches or
All right.
something. And the scouts should be able. They probably wouldn't see the whole column, but they should see all the police cars and then maybe the trucks behind them.
Yeah, I said there was a big column. I didn't say much more.
That works. That's perfect. Okay. Well, now it's 8:20, so new screenshot.
Right, off to get orders.
You know, somehow when you play with me, I always end up, like, I don't do it on purpose, but I end up getting assigned to you as the umpire. It's kind of funny.
Oh boy.
I just realized, like, every live game, I think I've been your umpire, and it's not on purpose. It just ended up that way. All right, so you give the command. Some officers, basically all the officers, exit their cars. Some head down the hill to the creek. Some start trudging up the hill. So far, they've radioed back to you. No sightings of anything. You got a group of 6 or 8 officers. One of them happened to have a chainsaw in his car, so they started working on the 3 or 4 foot thick tree, cutting through it. That's going to take a little bit. You backed your cars almost as far as you can into the vigilante trucks, but no signs of any apes so far.
Okay, so is the roadblock clear?
No, not yet. Probably the next 20 minutes they'll have it cleared.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the Google Earth view, but explaining that doesn't matter because this is the official game map, but it's pretty cool to look at it in real life.
Yeah.
No orders other than to continue what we're doing.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, James.
And did you let? Oh no, I'm looking the wrong. Did you let them know in the planning channel about the roadblock?
No, I didn't know if I was allowed to communicate or how that worked.
Oh yeah.
I know I have like a radio.
So your planning channel is your radio, so you can type in there and let everyone know what you run into.
Can I post a screenshot?
No, because it's got to be written.
Copy that. Okay.
Yep.
So it's easier for you to measure distance with the units.
Each speed is 2 inches, right?
2 grids, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So I'm gonna have this next turn be the last one, and then this roadblock will be cleared. Are they preparing an ambush or something?
Well, they are applying the Northern Battle Plan.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you said 2 grids or 2 inches?
It
Two
should,
inches, right?
should be set to grid, and if you just do tab,
Okay, so
it'll
one.
give you
Okay,
2.
got it. Yeah, nice.
ATW, have you finished moving?
Yes.
All right.
I'm just quickly doing a screenshot for next turn.
Let me know when you're ready. Everyone's screenshots are looking good.
Right, I'm ready for 0840.
Alright, 0840.
I'm still waiting for orders on Maurice for a second there.
Okay.
Is there a traffic jam here?
There's a roadblock that the police are clearing, so he just
I see.
reported it
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
radio.
Cop.
Alright, I'm gonna go get my update.
What is the range for archers and well?
Most.
Is there a range
Yeah,
or?
it's about one grid.
Well, okay.
Some of the mounted vehicle guns and the mortars have a 2 grid range, but basically one in most cases. Alright. Police Chief Scott. The men are just about finished clearing that tree, so this next turn you'll be able to get going. Some of your officers have moved up the hill. They say they ran across a fire road and a trail and found another road, but no signs of any apes or ambushes or anything. Same for those sent down to the creek.
Okay. Just a question. Can these trees be moved with a truck and chain or something? Little faster than with a chainsaw?
No, I mean, it's a big, long, heavy tree, so it's still got to be cut.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, no worries.
Yeah, but your guys are about done, so you'll be able to move again soon.
All right.
I assume once it's cleared, get back in the cars and move forward?
That's right, yes. We want to space ourselves out, though, because if we trigger an ambush, we don't want to lose the whole column.
That's smart. How much do you want to space? Just like within...
About 5 or... Yeah, well, 5 or 6 car lengths. We're not always going to have sight as we go around some of these bends.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Just move at a consistent speed, so...
Yeah, you guys are you're the guinea pig, the... What do you call the people in the front of a column?
On point, yeah, the
forlorn hope.
yeah.
The police are expendable.
Skirmishers. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, so we're going to wait for this tree to clear, folks, and then we're going to proceed. Unfortunately, we do expect casualties, but we will see what happens. Checking the live chat now. I don't see any comments, but hey, if you're viewing, feel free to say hello.
All right.
A quick question, James. Are the armored ape visible? Or are they like the rest of the apes invisible?
They're like the rest, yeah.
Alright.
Let's see, we got an ambush coming up here. I might move them a smidge off the road. So the roadblock's cleared, the police are moving forward, they've spaced themselves out a little bit, so if they're ambushed it won't be super terrible.
Well, I remember to Caesar that he has scouts to order, or?
Yeah. You mean the ones that are by the road out here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let him know if he wants them to move. I mean, they're not in a bad spot, so they can keep relaying more information as the column's going by.
Yeah, but like, let's not just to remind him that he still has these to play with, and not forget them.
Okay. Do we have all the umpires here? Are we missing anyone? Oh, Mitch.
We are Mitch.
I'll wait for him.
So
Going with 9 a.m.
Yep, I think we can. Yep. Unless you have anything involving Mitch.
No.
That will be delay.
Can I ask something about the current situation?
Of course.
There's no engagement yet, right? The
No.
scouts that were by the. Oh, okay.
Yeah, none yet. Scout spotted them, but of course they didn't engage because that'd be silly. We're gonna have a huge fight with this ambush up here, but I think the humans are being smart enough that it's just gonna be the police that get caught out.
Crushed.
It'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what the rest do.
Alright, is it time for the 9 a.m. screenshot?
9 o'clock. All right, Police Chief Marshal Scott. So the roadblock's cleared. Men get back in their cars and take off, leaving about 6 car lengths between you as you head across the bridge, over a ridge, across another bridge, and now heading deeper into the woods. You look side to side into the trees. Every movement a little bit spooky, but no sign of any apes yet.
All right. Well, we just continue. We haven't hit a turn off or decision point anyway, so we don't have much choice.
Yep. All right.
Oh dear.
Oh no. I hate it when that happens.
Problem. Marshall is going to be in for a, I wouldn't say nice surprise, but
Definitely a surprise.
Are we at 9:20 already?
Yeah, as soon as everyone's done making
Okay.
movements.
I still have to get a bit of orders here.
Okay. It's 9:20.
Is it time for the 9:20 a.m. screenshot already?
I believe so. Mitch is still doing orders, but you can do yours because his don't impact yours. Everyone's forwarding dispatches on the ape team, right?
Yes.
Does Mitch have 2 people or 1 people? 1 person.
I think he's got 2.
Okay.
I think he's got.
He's got Maurice and Koba.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the movement there done.
Alright. 9:20. Oops.
Hello, hello.
I did not mean to join this. Hopefully you're having fun.
Oh,
See.
nice to see you.
Alright, Police
in
Chief
that-
Marshal Scott.
Go ahead, Jake.
Oh, sorry. Alright, so you continue down the road, up and down a few more valleys, across a few more streams. You've not run into any more roadblocks or seen anything of note. You're heading up another hill now, and it's beautiful countryside. You've been stuck in San Francisco so long, you've forgotten what it's like to be out in the trees. Any orders?
All right. Oh, it looks like we did get around that little switchback then. We just continue, but who is behind us, like, and how far? I'm worried that we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
You radio back to your rearmost officers, and he says he can see the vigilante trucks close by when not on a turn, so they're not too far back.
All right, then we'll continue on. We'll continue on as far as Pantol.
As far as where?
Pantol, above the old mine trail and all that, where it's the intersection.
Oh, I see it.
Pantol
Okay,
Road.
going to
Yeah,
Pantol.
see
Got
that?
it.
Yeah, we're at Fort, so we'll stop there.
Got it.
All right, we're let everyone know.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting for the human umpires.
I'm speeding up the cops a little bit, straight into the ambush. I assume. Oh, well, we'll give a turn to see the roadblocks before, and then the apes a chance to attack or not.
Yeah, so do we do a 10 p.m.?
Yeah, so well, it's 9:40, right?
Yeah, next turn should be 9:40.
So the police, I'm not going to show the apes on top of them yet. They will see the roadblock. And then they've been spacing themselves out, so the apes will see Caesar and Urko and Luca will see kind of that spacing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 940. Oh, 940.
I think. Well, Mitch is taking longer because he's got the most complicated orders because his guys are getting back, I think, to the fight.
Yeah.
Ready to go, Mitch?
Yeah, it's just movement done. Yeah.
Okay. 940. It'll slow down a little bit once we have combat, but we're doing a good pace.
All right.
All right.
Nodes or centers of control and reducing those. So,
All right. Police Chief Scott, Marshal Scott.
Mhm.
It's just as well as you gave orders to stop because there's another roadblock exactly where you wanted to stop anyway. So you head down the road, you reach that point, and you can see another tree blocking where there's a fork in the road heading west and south.
all right, you know what to do, what they say to do when you come to a fork in the road.
What do they say?
You take it.
All right. You gonna clear the tree again?
Yep, we're going to clear it, but stay spaced out and look around. We'll look for signs of an ambush. Check for ambush and then clear it. So essentially secure the area around the fallen tree and then clear the tree.
Got it. Do you want the cars to move up closer or stay spaced as they are?
No, stay spaced.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Try to get your orders, Mitch? Or are you doing screenshots?
Yeah, screenshots just.
So, James, are... no, I should ask ITV. I'll ask him later.
Okay.
There is no attack coming from here, James, so you know.
Oh, you're holding off?
We're going to see it. Well, they're obviously not going to take out the breastworks immediately, so we're going to let them start to do that, and then we'll attack.
Okay. I'm going to move your pieces back just a smidge. Because
Yeah, just
some
so
of
you
the
can
police
do
are
it.
like looking at the edge of the road, peering into the woods, so...
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just thinking. Obviously, they're a bit spaced out, so we just want to draw them in a bit.
Okay, got it. You're smart, Caesar.
Thank you.
Nope. He
All right,
just
so
told me to get them ready, but not yet attack.
yeah, all right, all good.
They're trying to draw him in. It's gonna be big when it happens, though. All right, so 10 o'clock. Did you already get your orders, Mitch?
I'm getting them now. Sorry, it's a bit slow.
Okay. Do you want to? I know you have a lot to do with the two guys because they're. Do you want to give one of them to one of us?
Yeah, sure. If you want to take Maurice, that's
Who's
great.
usually getting here back the quickest?
Probably.
I can take Maurice as I have Urko and Cesar are
Okay.
co-located since the beginning.
Yeah, take them because I want to leave myself just with one, so I have time for combat resolution.
Yeah.
So thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll do that.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I think.
So 10.
Well, do we need
Are we
Maurice's
launching?
orders for last turn still? I would.
Sorry?
I don't think he's. Oh yeah, he's going. Never mind.
Alright, am I good to post a 10 a.m. screenshot?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab some orders for Luca.
Alright, Police Chief Scott. Men get out of their cars. The ones with the chainsaw get to the road, look around, and then get to work cutting through the tree. Others kind of go off the road a little bit of ways. Make sure to clear the area. You have a tingling on the back of your neck like you're being watched, but you can't see anything as you peer into the dark woods. And that's about it. Should be cleared this next turn, and you can continue.
Okay, we're gonna hold here anyway. Make sure the parking lot, the ranger station, campground, restroom, all that stuff is swept. Send men out, in pairs to check over all those places.
So check.
So right there where it says Pentol, there's a ranger station, campground.
Yep.
All that, yeah. So check all those things for signs of enemy, inhabitation or use, whatever, disturbance.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Right, yeah, these spears down here, he did not want them to engage yet, so they're just kind of told to move up a bit closer.
Alright. I just gotta leave a little
Okay, they gotta leave?
No, I have to leave some screenshot room so it's not obvious that I'm hiding
Okay.
things.
Has the column just kind of like stopped, or?
Yeah. Well, so they're clearing the tree at the roadblock. That's just actually clear now. But he said he didn't want to move, so they're checking out the camping ground. Oh, looks like they're getting attacked.
Attack! I'll be out for 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay.
Just before the Caesar and Urko said that they want to attack very loudly, so Luca knows they are attacking. And be back in 5.
Okay.
Should I do that as a mid-turn update for Luca?
No. That's alright.
Okay.
I guess the archers are shooting too. Okay. So they're not under attack.
Just to clarify, are the scouts attacking or not
Where?
on vigilantes?
I don't think they would unless ordered. They'd probably have standing orders not to. I mean, it'd be silly because they'd get gunned down.
Yeah. Do we hear these shootings?
Everyone, basically everyone would hear gunshot fire now.
Gunshot. Yeah. Okay. Nemo, if I were you, I would do top-down screenshots. Probably easier for you. But yeah, you do whatever you want.
Oh wow. No archers. Alright, combat's done. Alright, so now 10:20.
Alright.
So how did things go for the apes?
I mean, they haven't hardly taken any damage yet, so.
They haven't done much?
Well, no, they did a fair amount.
Are the vigilantes dismounting? Is that what's happening?
Yes, they are dismounting
Cool.
Front and the back.
Going down. Alright, Police Chief Marshal Scott. All of a sudden, you hear a bunch of hooting and screaming and yelling coming from the woods to the right of the road. And out of nowhere, a mass of mostly chimpanzees, some orangutans, armed with spears, charge out of the woods and straight at your men and police cars. The ones that had just barely cleared the roadblock start shooting at a bunch of apes. Some of them have guns and are shooting back at you. Most have the spears, but they're quickly overrunning your position, your cars. You get struck by a spear and injured, and forced back to the other side of the road. You hear a lot of chatter on the radio, shots fired, and can hear shooting further behind to the north. What are your orders?
Fall back.
Alright, so head east off the road.
Well, fall back on the reserve. So the vigilantes are behind us, so fall back in that direction.
Towards the vigilantes, got it. Try and do it inside the police cars or just abandon the cars?
Yeah, try to pull the police cars back too, but you can't fight very well from inside of a police car. So, but we don't want to leave those to the enemy either. All right, so we have a real dilemma here. When ambushed, the correct doctrine is to attack the ambush. But the problem is we are so few in number that attacking would probably be suicide. So now we're forced to fall back, and we need reserves to come up and relieve us. So my concern is not just losing my command, but also losing vehicles to the enemy, which we don't want to do. Whether those vehicles are stolen or destroyed, we don't want either scenario. So we want to fall back and try to protect those vehicles.
To need someone not to pick them.
Yeah.
to pick him up.
Actually, I need to wait these.
Poor officer.
I think the officer here are dead.
Yeah,
More or
they're not in a
less.
good spot, I think.
Oh, Marshall fled.
So they took out 2 units of officers, captured 3 police cars. The rest are fleeing back across the river. Creek.
Now that they have been spotted once, do they become again invincible or not?
They can fall back into the woods and basically become invisible again. Yep.
All right.
FYI, the military is gonna walk past the highway. Vigilantes.
Is it
At some
normal
point.
for the military to have 2 units of rifle squad in the back?
Yes, unfortunately, they made a mistake.
Well, if it's a player decision, it's a player's decisions.
Player decision. Yeah, it was indeed a player decision. So if they're sending the Humvees back to pick them up. Are we good for 1040?
Yeah, everyone here. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep. Let's do it. 1040.
All right.
So that's the plan there.
Police Chief Scott.
Mhm.
With desperate fighting, you managed to run down the road and basically at the bridge now. Some of your officers have taken position behind some trees and are shooting at apes charging at them with spears. So you've got about 3 groups of officers around you that you can see, 1 in front of you, 2 behind. The rest you've lost track of. It's chaos further down the road. You hear gunfire still going on, but that quickly is silenced in the last 5 minutes. There's lots of apes shouting and hooting, and then it just kind of falls quiet again, eerie quiet. No chatter on the radio from those who were towards the front of the column. And there's at least 3 police patrol cars that are sitting on the road down in front of you that didn't make it back. You can
Are
see
they serviceable or are they just abandoned?
Well, they're abandoned by the men in the chaos, basically, with apes swarming around them. So.
Okay. All right. Establish a perimeter, and we're gonna have to wait for the cavalry to arrive and bail us out. So we hold position here, establish a perimeter, try to bring our other officers in. Just hold here and regroup.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hey, James.
Yep.
How far can the mortar shoot? Do we have a scale?
2 grids.
2 grids. What is that, like 400, 500 meters?
Yeah, roughly.
All right. Sounds good.
Actually, I need to clarify something. Have you done the combat resolution down here already?
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead? Okay.
The Caesar is asking for can they push the patrol cars on the side so they are blocking the way?
Yep.
So
yeah, they can just leave them where they're at and basically be roadblocks.
Yeah. And for the rest, they are. I quote: Caesar does not like killing, so only break the legs of the officers.
I think they're pretty much dead.
Yeah. Do we just take out the?
Yeah, just take out
the pieces.
Alright, only a little bit of combat this turn. It'll be interesting to see if the apes keep attacking or if they fall back and... They actually didn't kill as many as I thought they would with the ambush. The humans were smart to be pretty spread out. We ready for 10, 11? Is it 11 now?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, by the by, Coleman is going to move two of his vigilantes to assist the officers in the fight. Just that we thought that it would get a streamer in case you're doing battle calculations.
It's really hard to hear you, Nemo.
Hello? Am I better heard now?
It's still super muffled. I don't know why.
Oh.
Alright, Police Chief Scott. So, you and your 3 remaining groups of officers managed to form a new perimeter just on the north side of the creek. Even as you're setting up, a group of giant gorillas come barreling down the road. Your officers managed to down 1 or 2, but the rest just keep coming. And now one of them managed to grab one of your officers and toss him like a rag doll. And they're kind of in the midst of the rest of them. So the rest of your men are shooting as best they can. But those gorillas are pretty tough.
Wow. Oh, do we got shotguns?
Yeah, some of your officers might have shotguns.
Yeah, we need shotguns for this crap. So, yeah, keep shooting and fall back on the reserve. Hopefully there's allies coming up.
Yeah, you can see the vigilantes. Actually, vigilantes are just to your west, and the military is coming up to your rear. Do you want to keep falling back behind them?
Yeah, when they get here, though, we don't want to turn our backs to the enemy and run because we'll just die.
Yeah, understood. Okay.
So, okay.
Thank you.
This is getting very hectic with the size of the pieces.
Yeah.
Nemo, I guess, or the gorillas that are over here, they've just
fell back,
bounced out.
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. As soon as the military got there, they're gone.
That's smart.
Yep.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
This is kind of a fucking traffic jam of military vigilantes and cops up here.
Yep. Kind of a shit show. I just don't know how wide the highway is, but I'm guessing not super wide. Like you probably get 2-3 cars in, maybe.
Hmm.
It's a bit hard because actually the patrol car is just like one like unit, right? It's just like 2 officers, so
Don't
technically
know.
you'd be able
Couldn't
to fit
tell
a
you.
lot of stuff through this highway.
It might be like full 4-man squad cars, but I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you.
Still waiting on some umpires.
Does the mortar need like coordinates to shoot essentially?
They just, if they want to say what they're trying to target, and if they're blindly shooting,
Okay.
that's fine as well. But
Okay.
like if they can see a unit, they should specify like we're targeting them. And if it's just like a point on the map, they can do that.
I think in this case, the
you go
guerrillas
ahead.
that they
Go.
the guerrillas that they spotted that were here, they dismounted,
Yeah.
were gonna shoot at them, and then they kind of fucked away, so they don't know where to shoot.
Yeah, they just saw them disappear back
Yeah.
into the woods.
Yeah.
Does that count? Do these guys are these guys not seen anymore now that they've withdrawn?
Yeah, none of the guerrillas should be seen. The vigilantes can, well, I guess they're not on the road. I could say they could maybe see the police car on the road that's blocking it. You could probably go that way.
Yeah, I told them that they can see abandoned police cars, but no policemen.
Yeah, they're overturned now, so they're kind of on their side, and as they're basically roadblocks.
Right. So essentially, Dogpilot's going to continue going up, riding and hiking. So he's going to probably run straight into Urco. Yeah, his route's gonna make him run straight into Urco. Vigilantes 2 pieces are going to were supposed to engage the guerrillas, but now that they're not there,
Would they keep moving up, or?
yeah, they're gonna keep moving up.
We are at 11:20.
20.
Okay.
So we are sending the 11:20 screenshots.
Yep.
Just 1 second. I need to redo mine now that the vigilantes have moved.
And they have moved.
All right.
Let me know, Nemo, when you're done with your movement for the screenshot.
Yeah, the movements are done.
Okay, excellent.
So I can screenshot now or later.
You're good.
Alright, well, we're gonna wipe out those dirty apes, man. I'm heroes of the borders.
Police Chief Scott, you fall back. The cavalry have arrived, and the military get some Humvees driving around your police cars. Take position, ready to shoot those guerrillas, but the guerrillas have pieced out before that happened. They basically fell back at the same time you did, disappearing into the woods to the south. So now you and your men are. You can see the Striker APC, the Humvees coming up by. The Vigilantes trucks are further behind, and it looks like they're on foot to your north, walking down that trail. You kind of lost sight of them in the woods. But no sounds of gunfire or anything anymore. It's all quiet. Just so you know, the last you saw of your abandoned police cars, the apes were turning them over on their heads, I guess to act as roadblocks, but they're upside down on the road now. Just so you know.
Okay, so we
I
need
know you guys
to
just given the.
Yeah, I gave it for both.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, we need to regroup, take coffee and donuts, and once we're regrouped, we'll continue.
I'm thinking, you need an upgrade. You lost how many patrol cars?
2.
All right. I can't give you 2. I can. Would it be possible, James, to have my rifleman ride on top of the APC? The mortar team's still inside the APC. Rifleman just like hanging on the edge, and like on top, and then they can use my Humvee.
Sure.
All right. You should, since each police officer unit is just 2 officers, you should be able to fit 2 of them in the Humvee, I think.
Yeah, well, we're down 1 officer at least. I don't know. Did we lose any other officers? Do we still have 9 officers, or are we down to 6 or 7 or what? 6, huh? Okay. All right. Well, I have 3 vehicles still, don't I?
You have 2 vehicles.
Okay, 6 officers, 2 vehicles. All right, yes, we'll put 2 in the Humvee. All right.
And I mean, yeah, at least then you might have a little heavier firepower next time they try and attack you. But I think
right.
We need to more closely integrate the police with the vigilantes or the military, because
yeah,
when you
now
get
we have
too far
contact,
ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, I got slowed down before, dismounting to some guys up to scout the road, and so I was a bit too late to come here. And so I think there needs to be some heavier firepower up ahead with the scouts to deter this wanton aggression by the apes.
Right. All right. Where do you want to go next? I imagine we need to at least fight to Pantol, and then once we're there is a I mean, it's just a nexus, so we can go all different directions there. So what do you want to do? I don't know if we want to dilute our force at this point.
Yeah, I don't think we should. I think we should stay concentrated and maybe move at a slightly slower pace so we don't get stretched out again, and regroup at Pantol.
All right.
It looks like you're injured. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a scratch. Nothing a donut won't fix.
All right. I don't know about donuts, but we do have that MRE coffee powder. I don't know if you had it. It's awful, but it'll have to do.
Yeah. Well, really, do you have a jelly donut? 1 jelly donut.
We have synthetic jelly on hardtack. Is that close enough?
Do you have the jalapeno cheese?
We lost the last of those, a couple months into the apocalypse, but yeah, I think we're just gonna regroup, get them into the Humvee, and have the infantry kind of wing it on the APC. And yeah, I guess we're gonna just move on ahead, maybe regroup at the boot jack instead, let everybody catch up and get remounted.
Yeah, no problem. All right, yeah, so we're gonna push forward to Pantol, but slow, with the military behind.
What are you doing? Sorry, with the patrol cars on the road. I mean, you could kind of go around them, or with the Humvee, just push them off. Really.
Yeah, push them off. Push them
off. Let's use the APC to push them off. I don't want any damage to the Humvee.
Yeah, the problem with the Humvee is it's military grade, which doesn't mean what people assume.
Also, wait, James, instead of having the riflemen hang on the side of the APC, I'm gonna send them. Where's the Alpine Trail? Oh, okay, never mind. We're gonna have to once we get to the Alpine Trail, have them hop off the APC, and start scouting down the Alpine Trail to meet us at Pantol. Have them, maintain constant radio contact, so that the orders can, at a drop of a hat, stop the convoy, dismount, and give them some supportive fire if they need it.
Got it. All right. I think I got it.
All right. Thank you.
Just before.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
All right.
It's going to be hard to flip.
Yeah. James, how quickly can the players move? Also 2 or?
Yeah, 2 to 3. Probably.
All right.
Probably 3, because they're just a lone person. All right. So where's all the fighting? So I get the guerrillas are fighting the rifle squad, I guess.
They were supposed to just reform the line. I guess if the rifles found them, then they'll
Well,
shoot them.
Not yet. They just got off and are going up the trail, so we can move them back if you want them to not engage.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Vigilantes are fighting though, right? They're heading straight to this.
No, the Urkos troopers are falling back.
Oh, okay. So those are falling back.
And they will be doing a lot of noises next turn.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So nobody's engaging. Everyone's hiding.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. I like it. 1140. So I guess no ape should show up on human screenshots then. Make sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
I just now realized that I missed a fucking dispatch. Fuck.
It's alright. Catch up.
It was delayed. You didn't forget it. It was delayed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The monkey got lost. I think he should be up here actually. You guys are technically in separate vehicles, but we can leave you together for a turn.
Alright.
Okay.
So you take a couple minutes to make your new seating arrangements, and then get heading down the road again. Police in one of the Humvees, and then the two other patrol cars. The APC takes the lead, pushes across the bridge, and is now clearing the road of the first patrol car. The rifle squad's hopped off and is now moving up that trail to the east. All is quiet. No sign of the apes anymore. And I think that's it. You can see another patrol car overturned further down the road. That's about it.
Yeah, push forward to Pentol and Shame's still here? Yeah, he is. All right. Push forward to Pentol. Put the Humvee second, not first in our order of march.
Alright, let's let the patrol car get up there.
Yeah. I don't want the Humvee to just get wiped out because it was in the front.
We got monkey IEDs now we got to worry about.
Yeah.
James, when I was passing by the vigilante trucks before, were there any drivers left with them, or were they left completely by themselves?
I believe they're left by themselves.
All right, we got a possibility that the vigilantes are going to be on truck permanently from now on. If that's the case.
And of course,
you got to watch out for. Go ahead.
Oh,
James.
sorry. I guess AI is commanding the other two rifle squads, right?
Yeah. He should be coming up like the panoramic highway to meet up with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we need to watch out for banana peels in the road.
Like Mario Kart.
Yeah,
And,
but
and
that's
any
okay.
turtle
We
shells.
just
If you see a
we
turtle
just
shell,
had
you're in trouble.
Well, yeah, California tortoise is endangered. So, but we've had our donuts, so we should be invincible for a little while.
After eating your jelly donut, your spear wound has sealed magically.
Right. So the vigilantes are gonna hold position and form a perimeter basically.
Okay.
Using the patrol cars as cover if possible. That's so weird.
Yeah. I'm bummed Urko could have attacked him and done some damage. That's alright. I guess they're setting up for another bigger ambush.
James, I guess you'll be doing the reports for Smiley. I'll do the screenshots.
Oh,
Yeah. While they're together, actually we can separate them starting now because they're pretty far apart.
All right.
So
are we going to co-locate Caesar and Luca, given that they're now together?
they should be, yeah.
Can I screenshot now, or do I do it later?
I think everything's moved, so you can go ahead.
Yeah.
so 12.
Yeah. 12 o'clock.
All right. 12.
Let's take a look at.
All right, Police Chief Scott. So you let the patrol car get in front of your Humvee where you're located. So now you're in the middle of two patrol cars. Military ahead. The column is pretty much slowed. You've cleared past the two patrol cars, but now the vigilantes are on foot but in the road. They're taking cover behind the other patrol car at the far end near the fork. And it's basically the columns come to a halt with the vigilantes blocking the way. And no sign of, no sounds of anything really. It's all quiet.
Okay. All right, then we're gonna push forward and resume our place in the lead.
So you're gonna drive past the APC and get in front?
Is the road clear?
There's still the other one more overturned patrol car blocking.
All right, we need to wait for the road to be clear, but yeah, then we're gonna move to the front.
Okay, and then pretty soon you'll hit that
We're gonna-
fork. Where are you going at the fork?
We're gonna stop at the fork.
Okay, got it.
I need to confer and figure out where we want to go from there.
All right.
Okay, so just as I
Hey, the mortars want to start mortaring where the vigilantes are calling out fire support.
Where is that?
On the spur west-northwest of Panto Campground.
The spur. Oh,
Are these trucks around the Mount Impala State Park? These are all dismounted.
Yeah, they're essentially abandoned, just on the side of the road.
There's guys in the Humvees, so.
All right, so they move the fire to where they wanted to shoot at for mortar.
West-northwest of Panto Campground.
Okay, so
I guess it would.
We'll put them here,
like
and if they can go two
here-ish?
grids, yeah, we'll just put it a little bit short,
All right.
but
yeah,
we'll do that. Oh, he said west-northwest of Pemptle Campgrounds?
Yes, I think like here, west.
It's like
yeah,
on the
I don't know. It's a bit
vigilantes.
strange. yeah.
We'll just do it. We'll make them smart. They won't shoot the vigilantes.
Yeah. Smiley did say, do we trust the vigilantes to give accurate information? They're just a bunch of ragtag civilians, but
West-northwest
debatable.
of Pantle Campground. Maybe meant.
So what's happening with the fire?
But that's all right.
Koba with his cavalry have moved some to try to kill this division commander. Is that a player?
That is a player. Oh,
yep.
He's attacking. Nice.
Yeah, he says his intention is to kill the commander.
Alright, so they're in the Humvee. So they got just the guns, Humvee guns. He's got 2 mounted units. Focus on the front one, I guess. roll for that. Attack of 2.
Oops. Good trucks.
And then they're getting shot back.
Oh boy.
So the men are still inside the Humvee. He's basically riding around it, poking it with spears and whatnot. Tell him the gunner got killed, but about a third of his cavalrymen are already shot in the attack.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go this.
Yeah, that works.
Someone start a forest fire, or what's going on?
Those are mortar rounds exploding, so everyone will hear that. They're not doing anything, but they'll hear and see big mortar rounds exploding. And it's now 12:20.
The vigilante trucks are dead and gone now, right?
Yeah, they're just off the side of the road, yeah. There's normal trucks.
We're good at 12:20 then?
12:20.
All right.
Oh, did the military move?
They can move a bit, but they're just on the convoy essentially.
Oh, okay. Police wanted to move to
These
the
guys got
front, but
ambushed.
okay, we're good. We're good.
All right.
They gotta figure that out themselves.
Wait, the rifle squad's got to move.
Yeah, it's still clearing the trail. All right. The military APC is still blocking the road, as are the vigilantes, so you weren't really able to move up. You do see the mortar squad exit the APC. They get set up and they start sending rounds down south, and of course you can hear the explosions hit far in the distance. Besides that, you're unable to move up till you got to get the military to get their APC to get out of the way or clear that patrol car. They're not really moving. And you do hear some gunfire, some machine gun fire. It's pretty rapid. Sounds like it's from a mounted gun on a Humvee coming from the northeast behind you.
All right, head that way and support whatever's happening there. Looks like we're being ambushed there, so head that way and reinforce.
Okay.
On foot.
On foot? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty close behind, or is it pretty far?
Hard to gauge.
All right, then go by vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, take the vehicles. Yeah.
So all 3 officers in their vehicles?
Yep, let's support whatever the hell's going on if we can.
Okay, got it.
All right.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are Smiley and the Vigilantes considered close enough to co-locate now?
Yeah, you can co-locate them.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll move them now.
I will move them.
Oh, sorry.
I can hear you a lot better now, Nemo. Whatever you changed.
Hey James, can I assume you'll resolve this big convoy of the vigilantes and military?
Oh yes, I will. I hadn't realized.
Alright.
So we got. Where'd my smoke go? So they're attacking these vigilantes here. I imagine the rifle squad would be part of that. Are the guerrillas attacking too?
They were supposed to, but they weren't quite. They moved like all the way from over here and didn't have the range to get in.
My God. Will Urko cost the battle to the apes?
Why? Because he's not attacking?
Because he's continuing to fall back as he was ordered. But
oh man.
How exactly did the combat go for the apes? Not too well, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the numbers, so they got shot up pretty bad, closing the distance, and now are kind of in the midst of them. But overall, just the 2 units are going to die pretty quickly. Against those 2 units, they need support.
All right.
Hey fellas, I just came in to see if there's still any open slots because I didn't get to it till today.
We're pretty deep into the game, so it's too late. Sorry.
Oh, it's already started. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
but there is a second game later if you want.
Okay. I'll take a look.
I'll make you a spectator if you. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right. So what time is it now?
12:40, I believe.
12:40. Okay.
I'm back. I can see stuff is happening.
Yeah, we got more fighting. Yeah, Urko needs to turn around and. I don't know what he's
We'll
doing.
see what he does.
You good for 12:40?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Oh, hang on.
So the police pull a U-turn in their vehicles, speed back up the road to help the military in the rear. By the time they arrive, it's already quiet. You can see. It looks like one of the gunner and that was sitting at the top of the Humvee was killed. Everyone else is okay, but the apes seem to have fled and are nowhere in sight again. You guys are co-located, so you can talk. And then I'll get orders after you have a chance.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like you repulse the enemy.
Yep. I did.
Okay. All right, then we're going to continue moving to the front so that we can scout, which is our purpose.
Okay.
Good job repulsing the enemy.
Thanks.
Okay, James, we're gonna continue back to the front now. That's
and AI, you're going as well.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
All right, James.
Mhm.
Additional mortar fire, right? Quite literally where all the monkeys are.
All right, that's good.
I don't know if that reaches. It's about 3 grids.
Where are they? Well, they can shoot 2. We'll move them up. All right, did they? Who's got Luca?
That'd be me.
Did they fall back, or what are they doing?
Yes, they did fall back.
Okay, so I'm gonna do mortar squad does 2 damage. So I'm just gonna put the fire on top of them and show that they're taking damage. I guess they're still in rifle range.
Yeah.
I can pull them back further because the order was to pull back from combat.
Okay, let me. We'll do that and say that's just out of rifle range. But they are getting pelted by mortars.
Yep.
Urko needs to take out the vigilantes while they're on their own, going up the trail. Vigilantes might be helping Urko out.
To the north here, Kobo's cavalry is trying to just slash the tires in all these trucks. So I don't know, does that render their speed 0 or does it make them unusable?
We'll just put S's for not usable now. Alright, not too much combat. It's 1300. They're still waiting on some umpires.
All right.
Nemo, I think.
Almost done. So everyone knows the mortars. Luca fell back out of rifle range, but the mortars are hitting him on the top of that hill. That's why the fire's on top of him.
Do they get positive IDs for those hits, or is just kind of hoping?
I guess. Yeah, the rifle squad could
Smell
report.
of burned apes.
Yeah,
Okay.
rifle squad would report hits.
Cool.
Right, am I good to post the 1300 screenshot?
I think so. I don't think Nemo's moving anything.
Cracking right now. What does that mean?
Although, I'm pretty sure this is very, very much too late, but Smiley wanted to change in orders for the. Well, he wanted, but Coleman convinced him not to, so I guess that doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
Dogpile is going to continue his units moving up, but Coleman is going to continue holding position, and he wanted to flank the monkeys, but they're not there anymore, so yes.
Okay. Yeah, just move them. We're already.
Are we sending the 1 p.m. screenshots?
Correct, 1300. Yep.
Hopefully.
All right, Police Chief Scott, you do another U-turn, head back up the road, becoming very familiar to you now. Once again, you're stopped by the military, the APC up ahead. You can hear them firing mortar rounds somewhere to the southeast towards that hill, and really no other sounds of combat anywhere. If you want, you can move up and co-locate with Coleman and Smiley.
Briefly, yes, I'll do it. I don't like tea parties, but we kind of got to coordinate.
Okay, we'll do that next turn. Any other orders?
No, just keep moving forward as far as we can and then wait for the way to be cleared. I really have to coordinate so we know which way we're going.
Yep. Okay.
Whoops, sorry.
Are the mortars not firing anymore?
Nope. Mortars are holding.
Take off the mortar fire then.
Might make these patrol cars a little smaller, if you don't mind.
Yeah, they're basically a non-factor now. We could
Yeah.
take them out.
This patrol car was cleared, so.
Is Urko gonna attack? Does he know the vigilantes are moving up? I guess he can't see him.
As of now, they can't see.
Yeah. I think they're about to turn around because they think it's cleared. Is would AI be moving up? I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Just waiting on Nemo. I guess they're preparing for another big ambush once they get a little bit further.
Do they know where the base is? Do they get intel
The
somehow?
humans? No, they have no clue.
No.
Needle
Okay.
in the haystack. I didn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to find it unless they got really lucky.
I see. Okay, got it. Can they like capture Guerilla? Torture him?
They know sign language.
Fair.
I'm back. Dogpilot is coming back around, and Coleman's bringing his vigilantes to head southeast to search through the panthole for the gorillas.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Just make the movements. I'll move dog pilot for you. They're just heading back down. Make that easier. Okay. 1320. Screenshots.
All right.
Yeah, a little over a half hour left, so hopefully they make a big attack soon.
going eastwards in the hills, searching for apes. Your rifle squad is on the southeast trail, kind of just scouting ahead, and your APC has taken defensive position on the intersection of Pantol Road, kind of looking around. Mortar squads are ready as well.
Since I mean these aren't like giant regiments, but like big pieces representing like very small amounts of people. Could we have them all like kind of collapse in around Pontool just so there's like no confusion later with like they can all fit into campgrounds here, I think. Right?
You might have to ask James for that.
What was the question?
All the guys that we have on the highway now, they can like come into Pontool, right? And like I mean the pieces might overlap a little, but I mean like I'm looking at the campgrounds on like Google Maps, for example, and like it's fairly open here. I think they would all be able to fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I have a feeling that if the enemy has a headquarters, there's about 4 different locations. I think this is the nexus of their operations. I think at the top of Old Mine Trail or at Rock Spring or to the south, there's a hill south of Deer Park Fire Road and north of Dipsea Trail. And then on top of this Pantol here, I don't know, it's covered by the map symbols that with the arrow pointing to where we're at, but that's also a height. And that could be where they have some sort of a headquarters. Whatever they have, it's in that area. So I think if we were to draw a perimeter from Rock Spring to Mountain Theater, then down to Pantol Hill, which we'll call it for lack of a better term, then down to Dipsea Trail and back up again. I bet you their headquarters, their center of operations is there. I don't know what you want to do, but I would propose we go north or south first together and eliminate those 4 or 5 possibilities. Because if we hit their center of operations, we destroy them and we win. If we continue the way that we're going, though, they're just going to bleed us out. So
I actually was going to say something similar. I think it's most likely they're in the south because that's where we've seen the most of them come from so far. Like you were talking about, like, oh, they hit you from the south, and then when we arrived in Pantol, you got hit again by 3 units coming up from the south. Luckily, like I was there, so they just immediately got like completely blown out, and they retreated. So yeah, I think that maybe even what is it? It's like I can't really get a too good of a look at the elevation. I think there's also kind of a ridge around the TCC trail. I could be wrong.
Yes.
They might be over there too. So like I think that yeah, we could have some vigilantes covering TCC trail with a rifleman, and then the APC and the police can go down Deer Park Road and clear that area out.
All right. So we'll start heading down Deer Park Fire Road. All the way, I think, how far do you want us to go? To the Bend or to Cardiac Hill? Because there's that
I would say
hill
Cardiac
up there.
Hill. Yeah, I think Cardiac Hill, and we're going to try and get some, we'll get the vigilantes and the police actually up onto that peak there, so they can get a look around and see if they see any obvious, like, oh, there's a bunch of apes up there, right? We can see where they are, maybe.
All right. So I'll send a couple officers up to the top of that hill.
Well, let's wait. Let's wait. Actually, I want to make sure that we have everybody start moving at once. I don't want to spread out. Like rushing and stretching our forces out is how the apes are going to bleed us out. We need to be very methodical and we need to wait and make sure we're ready to like launch everything in unison. Coordination and force concentration are going to be the name of the game, right? So let's make sure that everybody can actually start this turn. I don't want to send police down before I can send a Humvee after them, right? I want you to be going with like some Humvees or the APC from the very start.
Right. Okay. Now I think Cardiac. Yeah. Go ahead.
What are your orders then?
With the Humvee and the. Oh, sorry. You can do it.
No, go ahead. You give the orders first. I'll follow, please.
Would we be able to get the Humvee in the back to catch up and start escorting the police down Deer Park Fire Road this turn?
Yeah.
James?
Yes. So Humvee take the lead, then the officers follow.
Yeah, we're gonna have one of the riflemen with the Humvee that AI is attached to. He'll take one of the Humvees and the rifleman inside to escort all the police and their vehicles down Deer Park Road. Is that okay with you, Scott? You can coordinate with AI.
Yeah, and I just want to put something up on top of that hill, that first hill between Dipsy Trail and Deer Park Road.
Mhm.
So do I have your permission to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, head down for Cardiac Hill.
Okay. Well, first I think we need to clear that hill, that higher one. And
Which
then
one? The one that's like to the left of the Deer Park Road?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant by Cardiac Hill. Yeah, head down there.
Okay, perfect. All right, that's where we're gonna go. You see that hill, James?
I see it.
Where it says road, Deer Park Fire Road, the word road.
Mm-hmm.
There's a height there.
Okay.
So we want to go there at about 1450 elevation.
Got it. Thank you.
James.
Yep. Looks like no combat again this turn. No combat.
Yeah. Caesar wanted to know if he can assume that they cannot see him like they did in the start of the game.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we're at 1340 if everyone's moved everything.
Just waiting for the army to finish moving.
Sorry, we had just some minor adjustments, James.
No worries.
But no.
All right, 1340.
All right.
All right, Police Chief Scott. So, as you coordinated with Major Smiley, the Humvee has taken the lead in front of the column now, leading the police force up the hill. It's a dirt road, fire road, not very wide, not very even, so the going's a bit slower than it was on the paved road. Your Humvee is equal to the challenge, no issue. Patrol cars having a little bit more problem, but they're keeping up. But you're, going 20 miles per hour, 20, 30 miles per hour up the road. You're getting close to the top of the hill to the south. No contact or anything so far.
Okay. All right. Yep. Thank you. Continue.
All right. So you're gonna get to the topmost part of the road, and then get off and climb up the hill, or what's the plan?
Yeah, we'll all go on foot. We'll just leave a couple guys with the Humvee, but the remaining 4 of us, including myself, will go up the hill.
To see what you can see.
Yep.
All right. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Anything? Oh, is combat beginning?
Yeah. Are those vigilantes not moving?
They were about to move, but if they're attacking, I guess they're not gonna move anywhere.
No, they move first, then. So where are they going?
He wanted to move up here to TCC, then go up TCC trail.
Okay, so these guys will get caught by the guerrillas at the very back.
Dog Pirate is still following at the end of the column.
The Rifle Squad is supporting the Vigilantes, so I don't know if this is going to be also a battle here.
Yeah, we'll just do that for now. I'll show them shooting, but not roll for them. Okay, done.
I get rid of these patrol car facts.
1400.
I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing 1400 screenshots.
Okay.
All right. So you drive up a little ways further, park the vehicles, and you move up with a couple of your officers trudging up to the top of the hill. When you get up there, of course, the trees are still blocking the view a lot, but you have a much better view than you did before. And as you look around, mostly, I mean, you can see down to the creek and the highway to the west. You can see down to the east. It looks like there's another roadblock to the east on the road there. And while you're looking, you can hear gunfire coming from the north, and can even see flashes of tracers coming from maybe vigilantes not too far away to the northeast. Your sound is crazy messed up. I don't know what changed. I can't understand you. No, not better. It's like it's getting all jumbled. It might be better. Try now. No. That's really bad. It's like it's a digital issue. Because I can hear the keyboard clacking fine. I don't know why it's getting jumbled up. If you need to, put orders in your text channel. I don't know why it's being funky. Oh, battery low, need to charge. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, just, if you can type, yeah, just type in your channel. I'll go with what you write. Okay, got it. More combat.
We got more mortars as well.
Ooh. Where is that mortar? Well, let me do. Where are they targeting?
These guys, pretty spot on.
Well, then let's.
Are Lucas apes attacking those vigilantes?
Yes.
Okay, well then
Yes.
Koba's cavalry is attacking these same guys as well.
I'm back with orders, but I can see that the engagement has happened. So
Don't forget the mortars as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you...
Mortars. Thank you. What are the orders? Oh, more fighting. I missed this up here. Oh my gosh.
There's a big old scrum.
Let's make them form some kind of square thing. Oops. Yeah, you can put KB on top.
I got you.
Alright, we'll start shooting outwards. Ooh, that's where all the hits are. Alright, now we do attacks back. Ooh, I got high rolls too. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going Guerilla. Oh, these guys are... Vigilante's about to be wiped out. 1, 2, 3. More guerrillas.
as the marching simulator, they immediately die.
Mounted.
And they're dead.
Yeah, these guys are dead. So where's my dead symbol? There. Black is dead, but we'll take him off next turn. But and then these guys are attacking. 5. So these ones are basically overrun. Something like that. Oops. Okay. Combat done.
So we're free to screenshot now?
Yep.
I don't think these guys moved at all.
He's
Oh, you're holding.
1420.
Yeah, 1420.
I'll just move this a bit.
Oh, did I give? No, that's the wrong channel.
Yeah.
Oops. All right, Police Chief Marshal. So, you continue to survey the surrounding countryside from atop the mountain. As you watch the roads and hills, you actually manage to spy some, you may even have some binoculars on you. You notice some apes, not a large group, but small groups of apes moving along the trail northward to your northwest. And then there's another group milling about near the roadblock to the southeast. In the meantime, you hear lots and lots of gunfire to the north, including mortar fire now. The sound of fighting has increased in intensity, and lots of hooting and bellowing from monkey ape sounds as well. I will look to your channel for your orders. Yeah, you're still jumbled. See if you have any questions. Hold position. Okay, got it. Makes it easy.
All right, let me get some orders.
I've got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted these guys to pull back, but I don't think they can pull back, just because of how boxed in they are with the other units. Do I just keep them in the fight?
Which guys? The vigilantes?
These guys?
Sorry, I don't know which one. Which color hand are you?
The spears. I'm blue.
You're blue. Okay, he wanted them to pull back.
Yeah, but I was like...
It'd be hard to disengage, too. Unless the humans are disengaging. They're basically in the fight.
Okay.
So we'll... Well, we'll see what... If the vigilantes are ordered to keep attacking, we'll keep them in the fight. If they don't want to, or if they're ordered to hold, they won't.
Yeah, looks like you got it, James. But essentially, mortars, same place. Rifle squad on dismount. Humvees fire. Holy shit, the swarm of apes. Wait. We're already doing 240?
Yep, 220 is what we just
220,
did.
yeah, okay. Sorry, because I saw Nemo posting.
And back.
What are the vigilantes doing, Nemo?
Coleman wants to continue attacking to his front. Dog Pilot is threatening to get a stick and bash the head of the nearest monkey he can find as he issues a hold fast order.
I took the orders for Caesar there. He's just co-locating with Urko.
Yeah, and Coda, and I'm quite tempted to just put Morris in it.
Excellent.
Oh, they're taking mortar fire too. Alright, this unit's gone. Where's my marker? They're breaking after. Alright, and then the rifle squad shooting the spears. Quite deadly. And then the Humvee shooting the spears. Also deadly, so they're shot. They'll do some damage on the way out, though. And now these guys. Big old gorillas. Man, I would not want to fight gorillas. Ambushing me. Big roll.
Oh.
Alright, they're dead. It's just a question of how much damage they do back. None. 1. Alright, so they're dead as well. Alright, I think that's everything. So we lost 2 ape spear units, or 3, and a vigilante unit, and yeah, 1 vigilante unit. Alright, next turn. 1440.
1240. Oh, not 1240, 1440.
Let me hold up. Let me give you 1 second.
Ooh, there's just a whole lot of them. Oh, are we fit to screenshot now?
Yeah, 1440.
That's
Alright, Police Chief Scott, you maintain position on top of the hill. The sounds of battle to the north continue. Lots of chatter on the radio. From your point of view around you, not too much has changed. That's about it. I will look for your orders in your channel. Okay, got it. Thank you. When will it be done? About a half hour.
All right, James, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Yep. As you saw, the Humvee here engages the scouts. The Humvee and the rifle here are starting to flank this element. And this rifle is holding the northwest, and I guess they're getting engaged now.
Are the vigilantes, do we know, are they moving up?
Not sure.
No, Dog Pirate is still gonna stand fast and hold. The vigilantes want to move up to pursue the gorillas.
Are the mortars still?
It's like one of the units
They're firing with good
facing
effect.
at a weird angle to cover the flank.
Okay, something like that.
Yeah, but like something, I think something like this, more or less.
Adeline, I told you half an hour. Please don't interrupt me. Alright, so the gorilla, are these gorillas attacking? Because, are they falling back?
They were meant to fall back.
Okay, so they're just going to take fire then. Yeah, let them know if they're not actively engaged, they're just taking long range fire. And then
Yeah, no, they didn't engage, James. That's why I moved them back.
They're taking mortar fire too. Ouch. Okay. It is what it is. Alright, this spirit group's probably about to die.
Does anyone know if Dog Pilot's gone and done, or she's still hanging on?
Let's roll to see if Dog Pilot and KB die. Oh, they die.
Bye bye.
I'll give him a red for dead too. And the gorillas would keep sweeping over. No. Alright.
I think this combat spending. That's it.
Scout's getting mowed down.
Should be.
A gun, yep.
Yeah, crushed.
Oops. Alright. So, kind of a mixed round results, but alright, 1300, 1400, 1500, 3 o'clock.
Dog Pilot's out now, right?
What is out?
Is Dog Pilot out now?
Yeah, they're dead. You can let them know the game's ending soon. If they want to just hang around a couple minutes, we'll have the post-game discussion.
Okay. But I don't need to send them screenshot.
Yeah, send them one last screenshot. Show them,
Okay,
describe their death, make it heroic. All right, police chief. That's the sounds of battle continue to the north. Heavy percussions of mortar rounds and the constant fire of machine guns and rifles. Around the hill that you're on, not too much has changed. You can see the military's moved up, back north, and they're engaged in, up there. That's about it. Still can't hear you or understand. I can hear you. I can't understand you. Okay. Got it. I'm gonna go listen in on someone.
your brief if you got anything else to add.
Yes, the guerrillas are bashing down the vigilantes, and most of them are now dead. And now they are engaging the rifle and the Humvees. Yes, James.
I'm just listening. I had extra time.
So another semi-mechanical question that James might be able to answer. In terms of these Humvees and stuff, like I assume it's a case that we have to find some way of destroying them rather than like guerrillas being able to destroy them.
I mean, once the guerrillas get on top of them and pull the gunner out and smash his head and then get inside.
Oh, that's true. They sound a lot less scary than I thought then.
How primitive.
I mean, yeah, I've got no orders to give other than to stay with this lot then. I'm tempted, to be honest, Maurice. Maybe you actually should just go in.
I wish they were facing another direction first.
Yeah, I know, but you know, we're going to take damage by attacking. But like the fact that the guerrillas are currently attacking means you've got a distraction effectively. So it might be better just to go at it. You can keep going around if you want. It's up to you. I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
What's your decision?
Let's do it. Let's attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my attack force attack the enemies directly to our front, and my reserve force can continue moving southwest to be in a supporting position behind them.
Yeah. What about you, Urko?
I'm gonna continue moving southwest.
I'll continue to move. I'll continue to move with Urko, basically.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck, gents.
Well, I think we can see how the fight is going.
Yep. Although the military is a good spot, so probably make good work. Alright, give me a second.
In that, Coleman wants to continue moving with the same formation, more or less. To pursue the guerrillas after the mortar bombardment lifts out.
I got the mortar going on those guerrillas, huh? Ooh, devastating.
Oh, who get that hit?
The guerrillas. Find the Humvee. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Against the Humvee, or did they got taken out by the Humvee?
There's still some guerrillas left, but they
And they're not looking too hot.
shot down hard. Oh, now they're getting attacked on the side by spears. No. Archer shooting in. I think we'll do one more round and then call
Did you get the mortars on the north?
I did. I
Okay,
did that.
cool.
All right, 320. 1520.
Are we ready for the 1520?
When are those mounted apes about gonna charge in with Koba? They need to go now.
Yeah, I tried telling him the game was ending in a couple of turns, but he just keeps repositioning.
That's alright. Alright, Police Chief Scott. So, pretty much the same. Lots of fighting to the north. Lots of radio chatter, especially from the vigilantes and the military. You can still see some apes near the roadblock to the southeast, but it's all quiet on your side.
Okay, so I want them to be replaced by one of my reserve spear units, and they can launch an attack on the striker to fix them while my other spear unit helps finish off the rifle squads.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna go to be near my remaining scouts, so I can get a better view of this to the south.
Okay. What about you, Urko and Caesar?
My other reserve spear unit and the archers, I'm gonna actually have them move towards the stream to the southwest.
Okay.
Thank
will continue moving southwest.
I'll go with okay. Yeah, standing orders, Maurice. I guess, so just press the attack, and if Luca pulls off, then you can pull off. Just sort of continue to repeat our strategy we've been doing.
Got it.
Thank you. That's becoming a not a good fight for the apes.
Yeah. They're fighting the best of the best now. And they didn't commit everything quite simultaneously.
All right.
That. So yeah, so I'll just be ready for any cavalry action that approaches their line from the east or southeast.
Right, gotcha.
And then I guess.
I think I can run combat now. Let's see. I think these gorillas are about to die.
No, well, basically he's ordered his vigilantes to hold position, prepare for the horses, which, yeah, that's about it.
Can Coleman see those horses?
No, you cannot. You can hear them though.
Okay.
That rifle squad's about to break. Oh, they don't. Barely hold.
Ooh.
Oh, they fall back on the west? Oh, they wouldn't attack them.
Here they're engaging. Not sure if the scouts are trying to ambush or...
Well, I thought they'd join the fight, but if no one else is attacking, then no.
Yeah.
Is Copa gonna attack, or is he just gonna
He's moving to attack.
still hold?
I think that's a good place to stop it. It's still... How's everyone? The military is about to... Well, half the military is about to crumble. Vigilantes are about to crumble. Police are on the hill. I don't think they're going to get to the base and wipe out the apes. Oh, it's very deadly for the apes. Alright, let's bring everyone to the lobby.
My back hurts.
Alright, welcome everyone. I hope you all had fun. This was a very enjoyable game for me, a bit different from the normal fare, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. So what we'll do, for those unfamiliar with my live games, we'll let the CICs comment before they see the map. Then the umpires will take a turn talking about their perspectives while showing the whole map, and then each player will have a chance to kind of share their game perspective and then thoughts now that everything's been revealed. So before we reveal everything, let's talk first to Caesar. How do you think you're doing, Caesar?
I think we're doing quite well, to be honest. The initial ambush went very well, and then I think if we won, it's probably because the humans took the wrong road effectively, and they appear to be going south, whereas our base is in that direction. So yeah, we seem to have a lot of our forces still intact. Our attacks seem to have generally gone quite well, hitting the flanks. We've used our numbers kind of to our advantage, and I feel like we've eliminated a large number of troops by basically just finding weak points and attacking them. And yeah, that's kind of all I really feel like I need to say. But my team's done really, really well, and I think everyone's commanded their forces really appropriately and effectively. And I've just very much enjoyed the game so far, to be honest.
Alright. Now the humans, they didn't have one CIC, so it's a bit split, but I think I'll pick on Smiley to say how he thinks they're doing. Major Smiley.
I think it really depends on this final turn here. We did take a couple losses and a couple ambushes, but we've also really ripped through a lot of these monkeys in the past couple turns. I'm watching a lot of guerrilla units get shredded down. The armed apes just got stonewalled by the APC. It all depends on if the police and AI were able to get their forces down to the southern flank of my borders like I asked them to, but it may have been too late for the orders. So I guess it all depends on this turn, yeah.
Alright, let me share my screen. So, first of all, I will say both sides played very intelligently. I was very impressed. That's annoying. By both sides. So, and their decisions and what they did. So the humans, they were in 3 different groups, no specific CIC, which made command control a little bit different. But they did have a radio, so they could talk to each other continuously, which helped. They all came up together on this one road, which I thought was smart. They put the police in the front to kind of launch or to spur any ambushes, and the police were smart to stay spread out. So as they came down the road, of course, they ran into the roadblock here, which was smart to put on the ape side because it was enough to slow them down. They had scouts sitting there, so they basically got word out that the main column was coming that way, so that the apes knew what was coming and where. And then they had another roadblock here, and basically the main ambush coming on this road. This is where most of the fighting was. And so that initial ambush was quite successful, but because the police had wisely spread out, they captured 3 police vehicles and took out 2 officer units, but the rest were able to escape. So it wasn't too deadly of an ambush, really. So the humans kind of regrouped, came back here, and then came back down again. The gorillas also regrouped, or not the gorillas, the apes, and bided their time. They did a good job, not just attacking, but kind of waiting for good opportunities. Urko pulled all the way back here with the vigilantes trying to figure out where he was, but neither saw each other. And then, of course, we had the big fight here at the end. So Kubo was all over the place with his Koba, sorry, was all over with his mounted cavalry. So he took out the vigilante trucks, slashed their tires, then ended up attacking here, and then now he's moving around and he's about to take out the vigilantes, the last of them. The rest of the guerrillas did a lot of work, but they're getting mowed down, taking on the military. So this last turn, another unit of guerrillas died to the mortar fire and Humvee and rifle squad fire. So there's one group of guerrillas left about to take out this rifle squad. But we still have the mortar squad and this rifle squad and the APC are in good health. As you can see, the guerrillas still have one more army in reserve. And so I think and the police are in the south also in reserve. So if I had to make predictions for what would happen, the mounted cavalry about to charge, take out the vigilantes, they'd take out this rifle squad and probably start rolling up this flank here. The police, I think, were ordered to move up north and they'd be protecting that flank, so there'd be a fairly even fight between these two. This northern attack from the guerrillas is basically done once these guerrillas are gone, which they're about to be. But over here we're fresh, so fairly even in the west, and I can't predict who would win that fight, because obviously the military have the firepower advantage, the apes have the numbers. But either way, I don't think the humans are going to find the ape home today, so it's a kind of a Pyrrhic victory for Caesar. A lot of losses on his side, but he stopped the humans from eradicating the new ape race. And so minor victory for the apes, but very well played on both sides. As I said, very smart decisions made. I think everyone did a really good job. So we'll let each umpire share kind of their perspective for who they umpired, and then the players have a chance. So I'm going to, let's see, Atewe, you're up.
Yes, I was the umpire for Luca. Of course, the initial ambush went rather well for Luca. No real losses, managed to take out some policemen, and then at the end he did, after some pulling back and positioning, he did have a pretty successful attack, kind of wiping out the, what's it called, the vigilantes that were about here in the road, somewhere here.
Oh yeah, the vigilantes are dead, NKB.
Yeah, they're dead. They're gone. Unfortunately, he is down to a single unit of about, like, what is it, half health gorilla, so he is, less than that. So he's probably out the fight now. All his other units are already dead. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Let's see, who else? Joseph Little.
Yep, so I had the military. I thought it was interesting not sending the military first, given their higher firepower and defense, but alas. A little bit of miscommunication and a little bit of kind of, let's say, traffic jam issues and misordering based on timings. But once they got set up here in this middle, they're kind of just mowing down guerrillas left and right. I think the west looks quite strong. The north just got caught out and vigilantes being ambushed. But I think, I think the military could have used more of its firepower to be more effective in this firefight. I think if it was in a better position and had more opportunities to shoot, it could kill more apes.
All right.
That's much it.
Nemo.
Hello, I was the umpire for the Vigilantes, which was KB, Dog Pilot, and Coleman. They were stationed initially in the convoy right in the middle, which, I'm just a new umpire, so I might have a shallow insight, but I think it put them in a really weird spot, especially when the police got attacked during the initial ambush. They essentially just had to get out of their trucks, put them on the side of the road, and then made good use of the trails in order to bypass the roadblocks. But because of how fast the battle was going, by the time the vigilantes got into position to try to make a difference, the gorillas and the apes essentially already pulled away before they could affect anything. It wasn't really until the next phase of the general combat that the vigilantes were able to start getting to fight. But because for the most part they were separated, it really strung out Dogpilot and KD at the back of the column, who bravely did their best to hold the rear. And I think, yeah, that's it from me.
Thank you, Nemo. Yeah, I really appreciate all the people who umpired, especially those who did it for the first time. Devastator?
Yes, so I was the umpire for Caesar and Urko, and then I took also Maurice. So that's basically the whole apes force that's left. Maurice was a reserve force. Urko had some initial fighting, and that was quite interesting to see. And then he was ordered to pull back. That was quite interesting to see the apes moving all around to come back to where they are now. Same for Maurice, that also did this kind of loop around to come back and attack. It was quite fun to see these. I don't know how the human player felt this pressure of not knowing where the apes were, but I hope it was present and enjoyable to play in that scenario, and that's for me.
Yeah, we really wanted a good gorilla scenario, not the animal, the fighter, and I think we got it. So, umpire Mitch, last umpire.
Yep, so I was umpiring Maurice a little bit in the beginning, and then Koba for the rest of the battle. This was my first time live umpiring, so it was a nice and fun battle and experience to do for the first time. So that was very nice. I think Koba did a very good job with moving north and supporting the rest of the apes early on, after seeing basically no sign of the humans in the south. And then for the rest of the battle, just trying to sort of outmaneuver and reposition yourself into a good place to charge, which is kind of nice to see for a cavalry officer, because usually in these games they just charge the first thing they see. So that was very well done. And there seemed to be a lot of good dispatch writing and communication between all the apes anyway. So very well played, and this was a very fun game. So thank you very much.
Good, thank you. All right, let's hear from the players. Want to hear, what you learned, what you might do different, any especially fun or particularly noticeable instances, and then for those, the humans were more surprised than the apes. The apes I gave a couple days notice, but how you liked your April Fool's surprise. So let's start with AI, one of the military commanders.
Okay, so what I did wrong was probably splitting up my forces. It took a bit of time to regroup them, and then it also took time to catch up with the others.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it, yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. We'll hear some more from Caesar, some more insights.
Yeah, sure. So, the strategy in this game I basically went for was I knew there was going to be a massive technological disadvantage. So, our sole goal really was to constantly harass and take advantage of opportunities. So, obviously, the ambush was the main strategy. So, on the map, it's probably not as clear, but basically, we prepared a series of ambush possibilities at different points throughout the map, and created obstructions and all kinds of things. So the strategy I thought was quite effective. And when we found out that you were coming to the north, we then obviously set up ourselves for a big ambush against your front of your forces. Obviously, you were very smart in spreading out your forces, because that the ambush was probably the obvious thing to do. We then I made the decision that it wouldn't make any sense to try and, once you guys had been ambushed, obviously you would just all get out your trucks and start advancing on foot. So basically we just knew if we stood in front of you, we were just going to get mowed down. And then when the mortars started coming in, I suddenly thought to myself, well, they don't know that we're not in front. Like, they don't know what's in front of them. And they've just seen this big ambush and fought it. So they're probably going to just assume we're in front of in front of them. But actually, we are best employed using our forces to maximize them, like, against your flanks. So I basically split the army clean in half, which normally would be a kind of suicidal decision, but it worked out very well because we had really good commander control in, like, our individual commanders were doing exactly what they needed to do and we're keeping a really good contact. So then we were able to sort of repeatedly harass your forces on each side. And I think in large part, I think, you know, if we got a minor victory here, it's mostly on account of you guys going down the wrong road, effectively. But yeah, I thought the whole plan worked out really well, and these sort of hit and run strategies of being an insurgent or a guerrilla, I suppose, worked out quite well. And it was fun to do something quite different in how you do a Kriegspiel in this style. And I think my team did really fantastically. So well done to everybody involved.
Yeah, you did a good job as CIC in planning. Coleman, Vigilantes.
Yeah, so I was the commander of the Vigilantes. And I will agree that the being in the middle was sort of weird, especially as the police hit roadblocks, sort of had to make a decision whether to dismount or just wait until they cleared it. I do feel bad. I sent KB with like, I think 2/3 of my units up onto the hill that someone mentioned. They didn't see the apes and the apes didn't see them. And so I will say, though, that as they were returning east, even though they were completely destroyed, I think they fulfilled a very crucial function of warning that there were units behind or to the northeast of the Pantal campground, which we were not aware of up to that point. And that allowed the army units to reorient and also allowed time for the police to start getting back north. Towards the end, my last update was that I heard the cavalry, so I had ordered my unit to sort of prepare for them, so hopefully they would have fulfilled basically the same function as KB did, which is delay maybe 20 minutes and allow the army to react, which is a very bloody way of looking at it, but still, the army was our heavy hitters, obviously, so if they could orient to inflict damage, they were definitely doing so. So, all in all, I think as the Vigilantes, they did like we did well. Just KB getting ambushed really put a sour taste in it.
Okay, Koba.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks to all the other players and the umpires. I definitely think that Napoleon made a mistake in not recruiting ape forest cavalry because they're very useful. The overall, I wasn't always sure how to use them best in the actual attack, given that on one hand, cavalry moving through the forest is awkward. On the other hand, moving through the open against superior firepower is also awkward. But I'm glad they were able to help out in that ambush of the northern group of vigilantes. And yeah, given the situation now, I don't know what exactly I would have done, but quite possibly tried to, hit the head north, possibly tried to pull out again and just keep being a presence to harass the enemy. I guess it would depend how useful that was on whether the sort of on the left or on the west of the current fight, whether that was committed or whether the apes pulled back again over there too. But yeah, overall, definitely an interesting scenario.
Thank you. Luca?
Very fun scenario for first time player. Like literally my first time playing this. As I saw that one YouTube video. I think we could have waited a bit longer for the initial ambush because I was expecting Caesar to let them like pass a bit more before engaging, but since Caesar engaged, I thought, all right, we're doing it. So I just full send. It's unfortunate all my gorillas are dead now. In this last engagement, but well.
All right. Well done for your first game. Maurice.
Mouthful of food over here. Thank you. So yeah, I was Maurice of the Apes. I started out kind of south of where those big swirling battles going on, near that really tall hill. That's 1400 height. I spent most of the battle in reserve. I got to pick a couple of fights here and there. Ultimately, I was ordered to move around to the northwest to try to make a flank or rear attack. Now that I'm seeing the situation, I feel like it would have been really interesting if I had stayed in reserve in the position that I was in near that hill, and waited for the enemy troops to kind of get out of position and then attack from the south. Could have been an interesting potential outcome, or maybe more useful position, because we have a lot of troops in the northwest that are a little bunched up. Anyway, CIC did a very nice job, well briefed, very clear. Very good work from the umpires. It was a lot of fun playing the apes and experiencing their invisibility and all that good stuff. Was a lot of fun. So great game. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Major Smiley.
So yeah, I mean, it was definitely a very funny scenario. You know, I had a bit of a smile when I heard that we're doing guerrilla warfare, not guerrilla warfare. Thought it was a really funny idea. Enjoyed the scenario. I may have been a bit overly cautious as the military. We sent the police ahead because it seemed like they would be the best served as light scout units. And whenever I start a new kind of system like this, I'm always kind of unsure how units are going to match up against each other. And while I could assume that the military would be effective against apes, obviously, I didn't want to risk having them at the very front get wiped out instantly, and we basically lost the game there because I wasn't sure how they would work in the ambush, right? So if I played this again, I would probably play it a bit differently. There were also I think the biggest issue on our part was kind of unsure about where units could stack up with each other because they take up much less room on the map than their pieces do, and so I've been trying to get everybody to come into the pant hole. I guess there was a miscommunication with it, where it wasn't possible because we kind of extended out further into the road than I would have liked. My intention was to have a very well defended area in pant hole that we could then start sending small scouting parties out kind of radially from there and then return to Pantol. But unfortunately, we had the vigilantes exposed, and they paid the price for it. But I do think that the military in the end really pulled its weight here. Ripping and tearing through hordes of apes.
All right.
And yeah, I enjoyed the players. My team did very well, I think. It was a bit awkward, the small amount of units with a large amount of players. There were times where I wasn't really sure what to let the other military player do, because we only had 4 units really, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, thank you for running it, James, and all the other umpires, especially the first time ones.
So Police Chief Scott's got mic issues, so he's just wondering where the ape base was, which is right here, this red pond marker. Hidden in a valley on a stream. All right, last player to hear from is Urko.
It was a good game, thanks. Didn't really do much complex stuff myself. Sort of did the initial ape ambush and then went away to guard a flank attack that never really happened. But I enjoyed it. Thanks.
All right, so I'm going to stop the recording here. You guys are welcome to hang out and keep talking in a less formal way. But thanks, everyone, for joining. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad you did too. See y'all.